Shalom, Boker Tov. Shalom means hello, Boker Tov means good morning in Hebrew. I'm back from the Middle East. Come back to cold temperatures and a big snowstorm tonight. We'll be out plowing. Truck still looks good. Trailer's been sitting here for 2 weeks. Looks like I just washed it. You know, that makes me happy. I'm so glad to be back in America. I had the most amazing trip in Israel. I'm probably going to be talking about it a lot in this video. If you want to hear about it, stay tuned. I had to get to work. I'll catch you in the next frame. Let's go to work. Hey, Yehuda in Ayel. Back in Israel, my tour bus drivers. What's up, guys? This is my bus. You guys rock. This video is for you. I met Yehuda in Ayel in Israel. On our tour, we had 2 buses from Gershon Tours in Israel, the best tour company there is. They've been around since 1940s. And you know, I never really gave tour bus drivers much thought. You know, I've always respected them as professionals. There's good drivers and bad drivers, just like in every industry, like in trucking. And but right away, I bonded with these guys. And yeah, it was just amazing to watch the best drivers. Yehuda and Ayel, the best drivers. These guys, they run together all day. Just like truckers, when they run together, you learn how the other driver operates, works. And some situations I watch these guys drive in, just amazing. Tight streets. Huge mountain grades. Huge mountain, like 12, 14% grades up and down the hills. Crazy drivers. Very little law enforcement. It's like the Wild Wild West. This video's for you guys. Cue the music. The Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it. Happy Monday. Well, first load, we had an unfortunate event happen. I came in this morning, had about 3 inches of thick ice right along the trailer from front to back. So we threw some real heavy, chunky material into the trailer, cinder blocks and rocks, along with dirt. And most of the load, well, half of the load was frozen when I dumped. So usually we bang it out. Operator uses teeth a little too much. Just pulled up my liner. I gotta drop the trailer and grab another trailer. Don't look so pretty. My old original trailer. And probably take this and we'll get a new liner later on in the day. That's trucking. Stuff happens. Some stuff is very expensive though. Oh, this trail is cramping my style. Dirty trailer, clean truck. Those are a couple feet shorter than my trailer. There she is. All right, let's get back to work. I have so much to tell you about my trip. I don't want to bore people either, but people talking about their vacations can be kind of boring, but it's not like I'm talking about Disneyland. This is a pretty, a lot to say, There's Teddy's dropping his trailer. We'll hook up to my trailer. My nice clean trailer. And I'm going to instruct Teddy, stay out of the puddles. Avoid the wet spots. I like to leave this thing there clean and have it back clean. Teamwork makes the dream works. Hi, Teddy. How's it look? Where's he going? Let's go see. I don't know if it's this part's garbage. They might be able to cut it. They're probably gonna put a new liner in. You know. Been in the Sanders since early this morning. I don't know, about 12 hours. Salting our interior routes. And then that's gonna be it. Storm's over. We'll get some rest. We'll get back in the big truck tomorrow. Do some hauling. Just warming up my strobe lights. I think they're ready. Let's go. West. You can take this all the way to the Oregon coast. I could have made it. What's the hurry? 1 o'clock. This place on the right here, they got world famous chicken. Right next to the world famous Wilson's Diner. Going to get another load of salt. Should be the last one for this storm. The storm was a nuisance. Nothing but a bust. Just making things wet and temperatures are dropping. We're gonna get down below freezing in about an hour and a half. We'll get these roads coated. with some salt. Put the truck away before midnight. Get up in the morning. Go get my tractor. Won't be hooking up to my trailer. It's getting a new liner, I think. I haven't asked. It's getting fixed anyways. I just need one bucket. I got about a quarter of a load left. I wasn't too far from the yard here. I figure I'd swing in, get the last bucket. We'll call it a day. Got Paul Murphy in the loader, my man. Listen to him working that throttle. He's cool. I'm gonna be like him when I grow up, I hope. He went straight in the left turn lane. What an outlaw. My plow truck, the two Macs, the only two Macs we have left. It's kind of sad. Missed that old super liner. But it's time to get out of here. Good night. Well, I'm back from the storm. Gonna do some trailer trucking today. Hook up to the old trailer while mine's getting fixed. Oh, the roads are all wet and salty. I hate to take this thing out. So clean. Oh man. Wow. Alright, I got it hooked up to my old trailer. Gotta pull it outside. Throw some WD-40 on it. Real quick, takes about 2 minutes. Protect my aluminum. And then we're gonna head back empty. Of me. Holy cow. But I got it on film. I hate doing this. I hate spraying my truck down with WD-40. But it works. It works for me. Might not be the best thing for you. But it'll save me from polishing later. Even though I'm always polishing. You spray it on the aluminum, you can put it on your wiring harnesses, your frame. They'll keep the corrosion away. It creates a nice barrier between whatever you spray it on and the salt. Then you just gotta wash it off. Washing off is you got a couple times there with the power washer to get it all off. Not a big deal. It's best when when everything's dry to put this on. So you get the whole everything. March 1st, shiny tanks. Gotta love it. By the way, this is a no truck route. We have a yard here. This guy right here, outlaw. Roads are starting to dry up. If I had just waited a half an hour, I'd have been good to go. Always the way, always the way. But we got trucking to do. We can't just sit and wait for roads to dry. This ain't over the road trucking. Back in the old days, see rain clouds coming towards me. Time for a nap. Paper logs, do what you want. As long as you get there on time, come on back. Alright, I'll tell you a little about my trip. Number one, why did I go to Israel? My father's from Israel. My grandparents migrated to Israel in the early 1930s. My grandfather came from Lithuania and Ukraine also, and my grandmother migrated there from Romania. My father was born in Israel. Petah Tikva is the name of the town. He was there until he was 13, and then they came to America on a ship. It took 2 months to get here. Not like on a cruise, you know, like a nice cruise, like in a ship. They lived in the bottom of the ship. You know, they were rationed food. They came to Ellis Island with their paperwork, and they came to America. Then they moved to Boston. And we had family already over here that owned a shoe company called Sporto Shoes. And my grandfather worked as a shipping clerk the rest of his adult life in a warehouse, and my father worked there when he was a kid, and I worked there when I was a teenager a few summers. The synagogue that my family, I'm not a religious person. I grew up with a lot of religion, Jewish religion. You know, both of my parents are Jewish. I didn't have a lot of feeling from it, and the more religion I was exposed to, the less comfortable I felt with it, but I've always had a strong identity and proud of my roots. You know, I don't usually get into personal stuff too much on YouTube, and believe it or not, I might lose subscribers over that, which is fine. If I have 5 good subscribers, that's wonderful. My grandfather, so he's in Israel. He meets my grandmother. They're working on a kibbutz. Kibbutz is like a community. They work on a farm. Everybody shares, like a commune almost, right? Late 1930s. He's ready to go back to Lithuania. You know, he writes a letter to his parents. You know, I'm getting ready to come home soon. And his father, he waits for the letter back. His father writes back and says, you know what, stay there, stay in Israel a little longer. Things are happening here. There's this Nazi party. We don't know what's going to happen with this Nazi party, but just stay there for now. I'll write to you when it's safe to come home. His parents, 3 sisters, a brother, his cousins, everybody they knew were killed by Nazis, Holocaust. So, growing up with that, you know, it's in your head, you know? It's in your head. So, my synagogue was going to the Israeli trip, and we planned it 3 years ago. COVID happened, then we thought we were going to be able to go. COVID came back. We paid for this trip like 3 years ago. So it's good. We got there. We didn't even have to pay for anything, really. It was all taken care of because we already paid for it. So we meet in Boston on a Tuesday with 60 of us. Now, I'm kind of socially awkward with the religious stuff. You know, I don't talk to a lot of people, and I think it's a lot of insecurity because there are a lot of people who do well. You know, doctors and lawyers and the stereotypes some Jews have. And I'm insecure because I know I'm the only truck driver out of thousands of members of the synagogue. I just know it. And so I don't talk, you know, it's just not my thing, you know. So we all meet as strangers. I knew a few people, but I left there knowing everybody. And people found out I was a trucker and were fascinated, question after question. It was really a great feeling. People started watching my videos at nighttime during the trip and would come to me in the morning and ask me questions, and I I've offered a few a ride in the truck, and a few might take me up on it, so that made me feel really, really good. And I was a lot more social than I normally am. My kids even said, "Dad, you was talking to everybody." I said, "Yeah, well, you know, we're on this trip, and everybody's been super nice." And yeah. Man. If it doesn't shine, it isn't mine. That's one of the sayings I always say about my truck, but it's definitely not shining. The WD-40 is doing what it's supposed to do, though. Look at this mess. Wow. When I get a chance, I'm going to try and clean this trailer up. I think I'm going to be under this trailer probably the rest of the week. I got word mine's getting a brand new liner. Probably be done around Monday, which is good. At least I'm not getting salt all over my trailer. Every day is a truck show, even on days like today. It's in my heart. I feel it. If this bothers you, and you're the driver, you feel it. It hurts. It's fine. Everybody else is dirty too. Number 5. Right now, Teddy's rinsing his truck. Right now. It'll start raining at 3 a.m. till at least noon tomorrow. Oh, okay. He called me to let me know. By the way, I'm going to be rinsing my truck. Great. Great. Good for you, Teddy. Trailer needs a lot of TLC. This is 2 trailers ago for me. I was just thinking, I put that mud flap on, I put those bezels on. Look at this shit. I put all these bezels on. This thing used to sparkle. Look at these things. These things look green. And abused. I need somebody to come and take care of it. We are hiring a driver. Class A. With experience, if you know of anybody. Not sure what you'll be driving. Not this one. I mean, you never know. Something could happen. I mean, but no. Not sure what you'll be driving.
Lock the horn, Will.
Keith, have him pull the silver chain.
Do the big one.
There you go.
I needed to warn.
Getting ready to dump, and we're gonna go get a load of 3/4 stone, bring it back to the materials yard. Kristen Cardillo, her son, hope I'm saying this right, is partially deaf, and they brought her son's classmates to the gravel pit to get a ride in the loaders, play in the stone. There was some little construction toys, and they're checking out the ride. It's pretty awesome. Some of these kids don't want it, parents don't want them on social media, so I'm making sure I only show the ones that are allowed. The boy in the truck who just blew the horn for the first time, he's with us. I've been here.
Reggie? Yeah. You're free for 2 to 4. You should be out there right now. And more.
Watch the operators. This guy knows what he's doing. Most of the places we go, we have really good operators, but you make sure they're not rubbing their tires on your trailer. And then you show up later at the day and you notice it, and if you don't say anything, it's too late. It's not rocket science.
All set, my friend.
Thank you so much. You have a good day.
Also.
Hello.
Oh, how are you?
Good. Looks like you had a great trip.
Yeah, it was amazing, man. Just gonna do a quick tire check. Got a long ride back. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This wasn't planned. This wasn't planned. Hold on. I just thought of something. Hold on. The politically correct. Gotta pull out my tire thumper because some people say the foot doesn't work. It's my Shell Rotella, official Shell Rotella tire thumper. And some people will tell you that hitting it once doesn't do it. You gotta, I don't know, I saw that on a TikTok video. The guy's going ba 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 ba. Got a 3/4 stone on. I like my feet. I always counted on these things. I've had them pretty much my whole life. This I've only had for less than a year. So how reliable is it? Take her back, haul a couple more loads, give her a bath, call her a day. Sunshine tomorrow, baby. Buddy Mike Lee Bella says he likes the sound of my truck when it starts and the low air buzzers. So here we go, Mike, this one's for you. Friday. Sun is shining, not a cloud in the sky. Truck's clean. Hooked up to a dirty looking trailer. Even though I washed it, it looks terrible. I thought I'd start the morning by talking more about my trip and getting that out of the way, and then we'll get back to trucks full time. And that's why you're here. And my, wonderful personality, of course. I don't remember where I left off last time. It was a couple days ago when I filmed the last clip about my trip. I think I was talking about bike riding. And that day we walked through the neighborhood of Neve Tzedek. That's where Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, lives. I was looking for her. All the Israeli women sound like Wonder Woman, by the way. It's one of my favorite accents. Very hot. I love an Israeli accent on a woman. So it's Tel Aviv. That night we met. I have cousins not too far from there. They came out and had dinner with the family. I think I mentioned this already. But I will say this. They took us to an Arabic restaurant. It's a beautiful restaurant. And we all order our meals. I think I ordered some kind of a steak, right? And the waiter says, you want salad with that? I'm like, yeah, I'll have a salad. And that salad isn't like our salad. Next thing I know, 25 little bowls are thrown on the table with dips and vegetables and hummus and sauces and just like appetizers, like to dip in, and bread to dip the bread into the hummus and put some vegetables on it. I mean, by the time we were done with that, I was full for my meal. And then we had to get dessert. First full day. And the next day, we left the hotel, we packed up, got on the bus with our suitcases. We started heading north, about 75 miles up to Haifa. Before the trip, I would say Haifa. I would say Haifa. That's how it's pronounced. Which is one of the biggest port cities in the world. And we checked into this beautiful hotel there. And it was overlooking the Mediterranean Ocean and the port. And it was the Sabbath, so things were starting to close that day. Our group has a sister group in Haifa at a synagogue, so we went there and we did the Sunday night services, and we had a big meal, and everybody sat together as strangers and got to know each other, and it was actually really nice. Out of my comfort zone, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty special. Then we got wind that there's Israel's in big political turmoil right now, and there was a protest going on, and they wanted, if anybody want to go to the protest, and it's supposed to be a peaceful protest, you can go to the protest. So me and my family and about 25 other people went to the protest, and that was really awesome. It was really a great moment, and something I'll never forget. Then the next day, that was a full day of Sabbath. A lot of walking around Haifa, looking at beautiful houses, the lemon trees that grow in people's backyards, and the oranges out of the trees, and just spectacular views. And then we headed on Sunday across the country. When I say across the country, it's only like an hour and 10 minutes, all the way from one side to the other. We made our way to the Sea of Galilee. You know, where Jesus walked on water, same place. And we arrived at the Sea of Galilee. It was almost sunset. We got on a boat. We took the boat, had this amazing boat trip across the Sea of Galilee. And everybody was singing and dancing, everyone except me, because I don't dance really much anymore. And but I did some singing. I moved my hands a little bit, It was awesome. I have all this on video, but I don't think people really want to see a video of my trip. That's what I think. So that was amazing. We had this most amazing meal, like meal for kings. Every meal was bigger and better than the next. Every hotel was bigger and better than the next. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't even know what we paid for lodging. Like, I assumed we were all gonna get one hotel room with 2 queen beds, hopefully. But every hotel, we had 2 rooms with adjoining doors, and each room had a 2 queen beds. So it was really nice and awesome views. So we spent the day in Haifa, and here's where it might get interesting. They say to us, we have a contact on the Lebanon border, the intense Lebanon border where things happen. We have a general contact there, a general as in general in the army. And if anybody would like to go to the border tomorrow morning, be on the bus at 7 o'clock. So us trying to experience everything, you know, some people opted for the massage. There was a massage option. There was a yoga option. It's, you know, there's all, every day there's options. Well, we want to do the exciting options, right? So we get on the bus with about 25 other people. We go way into the mountains. Like steep grades, tight turns, S-curves, beautiful country, green. Everything was green and lush, and the trees all have fruits on them. This is the winter time, really. Beautiful, beautiful place. We get to the border, and we're met by the general. The general gets on the bus, and he's a very serious guy. He says, where I'm taking you is not for tourists. He said, once in a while, you know, when we think it's safe, we'll bring some people up there. And we had stopped and bought them coffee and donuts. So we showed up on the border. He says, you're gonna meet my men. You can take pictures. You cannot post them. You have to promise me with your life that you will not post these pictures on social media. And it got very serious very fast. And we met the men, and every man looks like Drago from Rocky IV. You know, the tall Russian with the machine gun. And very nice guys, very serious guys. They were very appreciative of the coffee and donuts we brought them. And I wasn't Dunkin' Donuts. And we learned about what they're doing up there. You know, we checked out some tanks and some artillery, and it was pretty intense, right? And so we're walking along the border fence, and the general says, "You see the yellow flag over there? I'm talking maybe 500 feet down the hill. The yellow flag, that's Hezbollah. Hezbollah is the terrorist group that funds." I don't want to get into it. Just look up Hezbollah. I don't want to get political on my channel. That's not what I do. Look up Hezbollah. They're a terrorist staring at. He goes, they're watching all of you. They have their guns, their scopes pointed at you right now. They're not happy. Believe me, friends. They're not happy you brought us coffee and are supporting us. And he said they would like nothing better than shoot a rocket at your bus as you leave. And right at that moment, I started questioning my responsibility as a parent. Why did I bring my kids here? My daughter was starting to get a little upset, wanted to sit on the bus, you know. But it's something they'll never forget. I said to my son, I said, you know how dad has all those stories from the road? I said, now you got a story. And your kids will say, what was wrong with grandma and grandpa for bringing you there? But we felt our group wouldn't take us to someplace that wasn't safe. And the generals, I asked the general, when's the last time there was a gun battle there? And he said 2006. So it was cool. We walked along the border. We were eating kiwis out of trees, and pomegranates out of trees, and walnuts out of trees. It was really awesome. We took pictures with a few of them that I can't share. If you see me in person, I can show you. So we left there. So then later we boarded the buses. We headed to Masada. Masada is a fortress that goes back to the beginning of time. Up on top of this giant mountain. where the Romans were attacking the Jews. They wanted them as slaves. And the Jews fought them, and in the end, 963 Jews committed suicide rather than become slaves or be killed by the Romans. So we took a gondola up this mountain, and I'm talking, it seemed very dangerous and very high. Gondola right across the mountain, right through the air, like probably 1,000 feet, I don't know, 1,000 feet in the air, right up to the top of the mountain. And then we had a big tour of the fortress on top of the mountain, this ancient fortress. And then some of us had the option to walk down the snake path, which snakes along the side of the mountain. Very, very steep, very slippery from the gravelly rocks, and it's straight downhill. And my Jake brake wasn't working, so I had to use my knees. And my knees were sore for about 5 days afterwards. And went down the bottom of the hill. Me and my son did this. My daughter and wife took the gondola back down. And after that, we took the bus to the Dead Sea. We went to a resort called Harrod's Resort. It's a beautiful resort that I can never afford to go to, I'm sure. But went to we had a day pass at the resort. They gave us towels and all the stuff you need. We went into the Dead Sea. Now, when you walk into the Dead Sea, you're at the lowest point on Earth. The lowest point on Earth. Think about that. The Dead Sea, which the water, it's salt. When you walk on the beach to the sea, you're not walking on sand. You're walking on a salt beach, which is very weird. You walk into the water, and it's very salty, and there are loudspeakers saying, "Do not drink the water. If you drink the water, you need to go to the hospital." And there are eye washes all over the beach. Both of my kids got salt in their eyes from splashing around. And yeah, and it hurts really, really bad. A lot of people are getting salt in their eyes, but they're prepared. They have these eye washes right there. And it works. So the thing you do when you go to the Dead Sea is you want to float. So you get on your back, and you can't sink in the Dead Sea. It's impossible to sink. The salt is so heavy, and it's so thick, and the water kind of feels a little, almost slimy from all the salt on you. But we all floated on our backs, and we formed like a chain with that group, you know. I took a nice picture. Nobody wants to see me in a bathing suit without my shirt on, so I won't be sharing that. It's horrifying. I saw the picture, horrifying. That would force you to unsubscribe from this channel right now. So I won't be sharing that. You're welcome. And then we all got cleaned up, got on the bus. We went and met some I don't know what you call them, maybe a Bedouin. It's like the American version of the Amish, like a real Arab guy with a dress, you know, and the headscarf. And we went and rode camels. He gave us this amazing introduction about the camels. He was very, very funny. I have that on video. The guy was hysterical. And we rode camels. And I recommend anybody who gets a chance to ride a camel, you do it once and that's enough. Believe me, one time is plenty. And it hurts your crotch area. It's not comfortable. They ride worse than any Mack truck I ever rode in my life. But I did it. My son did it. My wife did it. My daughter wouldn't do it. It's very high up. And we rode the camels. And then we headed to Jerusalem, the holy city, with Jews and Christians and Muslims and Armenians, and everybody from around the world comes, and everybody has this holy feeling. I did not, but I definitely appreciated the spirituality of the place and the meaning of the place to so many people. And that was actually really, really, really cool to see things that you know, this whole trip, you go to places that you hear the stories as a kid where these things took place, and you're like, it's almost like a fairy tale. But then when you go there and you're seeing factual things they've dug up from the past, you know, all these archaeological digs that we went to. We went to one dig in the beginning of our trip. We were crawling on our hands and knees through tunnels and I have videos of this too, where we're like, me and my son did it. We went, you know, we were like barely could squeeze through something and go below, underground, where they've been digging and they're digging out, you know, things from the beginning of time. And there was one part where the whole family, we were excavating with little picks and pulling out old clay pot pieces and sifting like a sluice box for old artifacts, and we're finding them. We were actually finding them, and we got to bring some home. So it was pretty cool. The trip was amazing. It was awesome. I'm back trucking now. Got my nose to the grindstone. It's Friday. Looking forward. I got 2 more trips this year. I got Louisville the end of the month. Looking forward to that's March 30th, 31st, and April 1st. I'll be at the Shell Rotella booth Thursday and Friday. Saturday I'll be on my own. And if you're coming to Louisville, make sure you come by the Shell Rotella booth. Look me up. Say hello. I think I'm pretty easily approachable. Just come up and say hello. And if you see me talking to somebody, come up and say hello anyways. And let's take a picture together. You know? I love that. And then I get Shell Super Rigs, where I've been telling everybody I know the location, but I can't tell anybody. Well, that location was changed. So I'm glad I didn't tell anybody. The new location, it's a lot different than the location I thought it was going to be. A very interesting location. I'm not going to say, we'll announce it at Super Rigs. They'll announce it at Super Rigs. But anyways, we're going to get through the day here. Hopefully you hung in for this, my look back at my vacation. It's great. I highly recommend it. Never been on a vacation with a tour before. Unbelievable. We went with this group called the McCour's Journey, M-A-K-O-R-S, McCour's Educational Journeys. If I could give them a 100 on a 1 to 10, I'd give them 100, because they were just fabulous. And if anybody wants to know how they can go on a vacation like that, reach out to me, and I'll be happy to try and give you some information and tell you what I know, which is, yeah. All right, let's get back to work here. Come on, we are working. That's the beauty of this job. I can talk, I can drive, keep on trucking. Yeah. Let's put 33 tons in the air. Come on, back. So you gotta watch this. Right here, it drops down. You gotta always make sure you're on level ground. Now the trailer's on level ground, and when I roll forward, there's no issues because that's on level ground. If the tractor gets off level ground, sometimes it's okay. Just gotta be aware of it. But I just noticed how it dips down a little bit there, and I thought I'd point that out to you. For all you future dump truck drivers. I didn't say dumb, I said dump. Jeez, who said that? I'm in a good mood today, can you tell? All right, let's put her in the air. I really wanted to get all this tarnish out of this thing yesterday, but I had to pick up my kids, so I got a quick wash. I could clean this thing up nice. I can make this look white and shiny with some aluminum cleaner, and I could get that cleaned up too. Just no time. And I probably won't have the time before I pick up my trailer, hopefully by Monday. You got the Boston Trucker with you. I'm actually a real trucker, it's not just my name. I want to remind everybody that truck show season starts with the Mid-America Truck Show every year. This year it's going to be March 30th, 31st, and April 1st. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm going to be with Shell Rotella once again. I'll be at booth number 34180. Come by and say hello. The Shell Rotella booth, the best booth of the entire show. Everybody knows that. Last year, it was like a party every day. Shell Rotella puts on a great. It's been a good week. Week flew by. Got a big snowstorm coming in tonight. I'm gonna leave the truck and trailer here at this garage. Gonna hitch a ride back with Teddy. I don't know if I made a video this week. I think I did some filming. There's a lot of times I was on the phone this week, so I didn't make a lot of videos. I'm seeing if Teddy's here yet. I don't see Teddy yet. He could be anywhere. He could just pop up. And there he is. I just spent, I'm waiting for Teddy to pick me up. I just spent 10 minutes filming a video reminding people that Louisville's coming up, March 30th, 31st, and April 1st. I'll be at the Shell Rotella booth, booth number 34180. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. You make it to Louisville, come by, say hello. And yeah, Boston trucker. Last week I was seeing peace and grease from the Middle East. Now it's just peace and grease from United States. All right, let's get out of here. Have a good week. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. All new subscribers, thank you so much. And yeah, comment, share, like, sub, all that good stuff. Thanks for spending your time with me. Boston Trucker out.